All right, Gooners, welcome back to Arsenal Fans Hub. I'm Daniel Watts.
And I'm Jessica.
And we are diving deep today into that insane match yesterday.
Insane is right.
Against Liverpool.
Yeah.
2-2 draw in the end.
Yeah.
So many talking points from that one.
Oh, yeah. Where do we even begin?
Well, I think we have to start
with
the man of the moment.
Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka. I mean, what a goal.
That opening goal was something else.
I mean, did you see that nutmeg on Robertson?
I mean, just ridiculous. I've watched the replay about 5 times already this morning.
I know. It's like, how did he even...
And the finish?
I know.
Just so calm.
So casual.
On the left foot as well.
I mean, just slotted it past Keller like it was nothing.
And that's his 50th Premier League goal.
50 goals.
23 years old.
It's ridiculous.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, are we witnessing...
He's a special talent.
The birth of a Premier League legend here?
I think we might be.
It's amazing to watch.
And you know what I think is so interesting is how he always seems to turn up against Liverpool.
Especially at the Emirates. 4 goals in his last 3 home games against them. It's like he just knows how to unlock their defense.
Yeah, is it something about their style of play that he's just figured out, or is it just pure confidence? I think it's a bit of both.
I think you're right, a bit of both.
Now, as much as we want to talk about Saka all day, we do have to talk about how Liverpool responded.
Yeah, they didn't just roll over.
They did just roll over.
That Van Dijk header off the corner, I mean, classic Van Dijk.
Yeah, you know, they're always a threat from set pieces.
Always.
And they prove it again there. But even after that equalizer, Arsenal didn't just crumble.
No, they took control right back. And then Merino, first goal for Arsenal.
You could see how much it meant to him. That celebration, the fist pump.
I thought he's going to take off.
The build up to that goal was just beautiful.
Oh, that free kick from Rice was perfect.
Right on the money.
And Rito's header, textbook.
Textbook stuff. But you know what else I noticed about that goal?
What's that?
Just the intensity from Arsenal in that moment. They were all over Liverpool like a rash.
Suffocating them.
Winning every tackle.
Closing down the space.
Not giving them an inch.
I mean, even with all their experience, Liverpool just couldn't handle it.
I think that's what impressed me most about that first half. It wasn't just about the goals.
It was the whole performance.
The way they dominated every aspect of the game.
Absolutely.
And speaking of domination.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that VAR check for Merino's goal for a second?
Oh my gosh, my heart was in my mouth.
I know, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I thought for sure they were going to rule it out.
It was so close.
But in the end, it was actually Van Dijk's boot.
Of all people.
That kept Merino onside. Talk about irony.
Unbelievable.
So at halftime, Arsenal up 2-1. And, you know, it felt like they could have scored 3 or 4 more.
Oh, easily.
But then Gabriel picked up that knee injury.
Yeah, that was a worry.
Do you think that changed the momentum in the second half?
I think it definitely played a part.
Yeah.
You know, Gabriel is such a rock at the back for Arsenal.
He's the leader of that defense.
Losing him disrupted their rhythm. You could see it.
Yeah, Kyrier came on and he did it right.
Yeah, he did his best.
But you could just feel Liverpool growing in confidence as the half went on.
Yeah, they definitely came out with more intensity in the second half.
And then out of nowhere,
bang,
Salah equalizes.
That's Liverpool for you, though, isn't it?
One chance,
and they punish you.
Alexander-Arnold with that signature long pass.
Just pings it over the top.
Nunez with the flick on and Salah.
In his veins. So clinical.
And just like that.
Game on.
It felt like one of those sucker punch moments. Arsenal were controlling the game, looking dangerous.
And then
Liverpool just hit them with that classic counterattack.
You know, it makes you wonder if maybe Arsenal were a little too focused on attacking and left themselves exposed at the back.
Possibly. I mean, they were really pushing for that third goal.
Yeah.
And speaking of moments that could have changed the game, can we talk about that disallowed Jesus goal?
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started.
I mean, what was the referee thinking?
I don't know. I've watched the replay 100 times and I still can't figure it out.
Havertz's shot hits the post. Jesus taps in the rebound. Seems like a perfectly good goal to me.
Right there for the taking.
And then the ref blows the whistle.
I was like, what?
What?
Why?
And the worst part is there was no explanation.
No, nothing.
No replays. No communication from the officials. Just a blown whistle and a disallowed goal.
It's so frustrating.
It leaves us all wondering what could have been.
Absolutely.
And then to add insult to injury, there was that missed corner in the last minute.
Oh, don't remind me.
I mean, come on, that was a clear corner.
I was screaming at the TV.
Me too.
You could see the frustration on the player's face.
They knew they were inches away from stealing all 3 points.
So close yet, so far.
So yeah, 2-2 draw. In the end, a roller coaster of a match.
Absolutely.
Moments of brilliance from Saka.
That opening goal, though.
Like a gutsy performance from Merino.
First goal for Arsenal.
Some VAR drama.
Get me started.
Some missed opportunities.
It had it all.
I mean, it had everything. But what does this match tell us about Arsenal's title aspirations?
That's a great question, and one we're going to dive into deeper.
So we were talking about, what this 2-2 draw means for Arsenal's title hopes. I mean, can they really challenge for the title after a result like this?
I think it's still early days. There's a long way to go in this season.
Oh, of course.
But I think this match showed that Arsenal can compete with the best.
They definitely didn't look out of place against Liverpool.
Not at all. They went toe-to-toe with them for 90 minutes, and, they had chances to win the game.
They did. I mean, if that Jesus goal had stood, don't even get me started on that.
I know. I think it's important to look at some of the key stats from the match.
Yeah, the numbers can tell us a lot.
They can. So, Jessica, what jumped out at you when you looked at the stat sheet?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me was Arsenal's possession.
Yeah, that's interesting. So they were controlling the game, but they weren't really testing the keeper enough.
Right. And I think that's something they need to work on. They need to be more clinical in front of goal.
Yeah, that final pass, that killer instinct in the attacking third. That's what separates the good teams from the great teams.
Exactly. And, if they want to challenge for the title, they're going to need to improve in that area.
Agreed. What about the second half? Did the stats reflect that shift in momentum we all felt after Gabriel went off? Definitely. I mean, Liverpool's numbers went up across the board in the second half. More shots, more corners, more accurate passing. They were clearly the better team after the break.
Yeah, and, Salah's goal really seemed to energize them.
Absolutely. It gave them that belief that they could get back into the game.
And you could see it in their body language.
Yeah.
They were suddenly playing with more confidence and purpose.
And I think Arsenal's defense maybe lost a bit of focus after Gabriel went off.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a key player for them. He organizes the defense. He's a leader. He's a vocal presence.
And they missed that when he went off. You could see it.
Yeah, Kiwior came on, and, he did okay, but he's not Gabriel.
No, he's not.
And Liverpool were able to exploit that.
Yeah, they were.
So, okay, we've talked about the stats, the goals, the VAR controversies, but taking a step back, this is still a young team with a lot of potential.
A lot of potential.
And they're learning and growing with every game.
And they have a manager who believes in them.
And that's crucial.
It is, because when you have a manager who believes in you, you're more likely to believe in yourself.
Exactly. And you can see that belief in the way they play. They're confident. They're fearless. They're not afraid to take risks.
And they're not afraid to make mistakes.
Which is important because you learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. And this team is learning and growing with every game.
So can they realistically challenge Manchester City for the title?
Well, that's a tough question.
It is.
Because Manchester City are a machine.
They are the reigning champions for a reason.
And they have incredible depth and quality in their squad.
They do. But I think Arsenal have shown that they can beat anyone on their day.
Which is no easy feat.
So, if they can keep improving, stay consistent, avoid major injuries, who knows what they can achieve.
Exactly. I wouldn't rule them out just yet.
Me neither. And you know what? Even if they don't win the title this year, the fact that we're even having this conversation is a testament to how far they've come under Arteta.
Absolutely. They're a completely different team now than they were a few years ago.
Night and day.
They're playing attractive football. They're scoring goals. They're grinding out results. And most importantly, they're giving the fans something to believe in.
And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
It is.
Now, before we get too carried away with title talk, there's one more aspect of this match that we need to address.
Oh, boy.
And it's something that's been causing a lot of debate and controversy online.
We're talking about VAR, right?
Yeah, VAR.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, after that game, my social media feeds were blowing up.
I know, mine too. Everyone's got an opinion about it.
Everyone does. Some people are saying Arsenal were robbed. Others are saying the officials got it right. It's a real hot topic.
It is. So let's break it down. Let's try to make sense of it all.
All right. So VAR, the elephant in the room.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a big Premier League match without some VAR controversy, would it?
Honestly, feels like it's always something.
It does. And it's supposed to make the game fairer, right? But sometimes it feels like it's just causing more confusion.
More frustration.
Absolutely.
And, I think the main issue is the lack of transparency.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really know what's going on in that VAR room.
We see the replays.
We see the replays, but we don't get any explanation for the decisions.
Right, and sometimes the decisions just don't make sense.
Like that disallowed Jesus goal.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, come on. That looked like a perfectly good goal to me.
It did to me
The
too.
replays weren't conclusive.
Not at all, and there was no explanation from the officials.
Nothing.
Just a blown whistle and a disallowed goal.
It's so frustrating for the fans, for the players.
For everyone involved.
I mean, wouldn't it be helpful if the VAR officials could just explain their decisions in real time like they do in rugby?
Yeah, that would be great.
Give us a little bit of insight into their thought process.
Right now, it's just this black box.
Exactly. And then there was that missed corner call in the last minute.
Oh, don't remind me.
I mean, that was a clear corner.
It was, and it could have been a game-changing moment.
It could have.
You know, corner in the last minute, you never know what can happen.
Absolutely. So, yeah, VAR definitely needs some work.
Definitely.
It has the potential to be a great tool.
It does when it's used correctly.
But right now, it's just causing too much confusion and frustration.
Agreed.
So what's the solution?
I don't know if there's one easy solution.
Yeah, it's a complex issue.
But I think communication is key.
Transparency.
Yes. More transparency from the officials.
Maybe give managers a limited number of challenges like in tennis.
That's an interesting idea.
Or have the VAR officials communicate directly with the fans in the stadium.
Yeah, that would be a game changer.
Anything to make the process more understandable.
Absolutely.
But look, as frustrating as VAR can be, we can't let it overshadow what was a fantastic match.
Oh, yeah. It was a great game to watch.
Arsenal showed real character coming back from behind twice.
They never gave up.
They didn't. And that's the sign of a good team.
A team with a lot of fight.
Absolutely. So, Gooners, what did you think of the VAR decisions in the Arsenal-Liverpool match? Let us know in the comments below.
And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Arsenal Fans Hub for more Arsenal news analysis and discussions.
Thanks for watching, Gooners, and until next time.
We'll be back soon with more Arsenal goodness.
Until then, up the Gunners.